Sorry about that, chat. I don't think we're done with the game. I think each episode has at least a few things. That was a lot of alternate paths. I could have listened to what Mr. Washington wanted to say about my mother. I could have found out more about the men of my vision. I could have found out more about plans involving myself. I could have had a remarkable encounter. Again, another remarkable encounter. But I did those. I did not detain Lady Adams. I could have found out something about my mother's past. Rip. Okay. Hopefully my computer doesn't decide to try to update anymore. I did something to hide the updates. But yeah. Let's continue if there is more to continue. Rabble up! Four points. Alright, so... Etiquette was already given. I want more psychology. I want... we could get that up there. Conviction, convince people you're with sheer force of your will and your attitude. I mean, that'll be useful at some point, I guess, but... I could also get the science I've been looking for. I could also get vigilance. Yeah, let's get vigilance. Or questioning. Actually, I want questioning. Questioning reduces cost of effort points by 3. Oh man. And to master psychology, it takes a lot. But that's to use the skill for free, huh? Weird. Yeah, let's go with questioning. Make me the best detective. I don't think I was ready.
Alright, in my vision yesterday I saw that Mother had this room before me. I'd better search the room. Who knows? Maybe she left me something behind.
I've already searched this room. Oh, there we go. My next reading. I already read that. Okay. Psychology, 1 point into science. Let's put 1 point into science. Mother!
Honey, the remedy of the gods. I haven't even had time to unpack my cases.
Dear Monsieur de Richet.
Dear Monsieur de Richet.
Writing material.
Inspect. Leave. I'm inspecting it.
From what I see, no ink's ever been used on this quill. The smell reminds me of something. It smells like lemon. That's odd. Writing material.
That is odd. I already inspected it. Why would it force me to spend points to inspect it again?
The incredulity of St. Thomas. Why is Caravaggio representing St. Thomas putting his finger in the wound? Thomas looks on but doesn't touch.
Blech.
Oh,
Secret.
this bookcase is well stocked.
Oh, this book has been put back the wrong way round.
A Voyage Around the World. The travel log of the explorer Louis-Antoine de Bougainville.
Louis
One of
Antoine de
Mother's favorite
Bougainville.
books. What a coincidence.
Look at the floor.
And I don't believe in coincidences. It's just too much. I don't know what's going on here, but if you felt threatened, I'll bet you'd leave a clue, wouldn't you, Mother? Found it. A faint sign of the order, barely visible. Mother, you undoubtedly must have hidden a clue in this book. Let's see if I can find anything else in this room.
Examine the page with the symbol. Not yet.
I'm not far from solving the puzzle. I must keep searching.
Look at the floor.
Look, markings on the floor. Just a bit worn out. I was hoping to find something leading to a secret passage.
That is definitely a secret passage. Are you dumb? Look at that. That is like perfectly. This opens up this way. There's no way.
Nothing here. I wouldn't mind a nice, strong coffee, though. Inferno by Dante. Abandon hope, all ye who enter here. Lovely lectures Mortimer's giving to his guests. Very jolly.
Points in eyesight. I guess I'll examine the page. I don't know what else. I could go outside, but examine the page.
The paper's rougher around the writing. The paper's moist here. Very light stain, barely visible. And the smell reminds me of something. Come on, Louis, think. Think. Let's recap. My mother was in this room. I found a rare edition of her favorite book. She must have left something behind. She applied a liquid to the book. She must have used the writing materials. The quill has been used, but not with regular ink.
Lemon juice.
A message using invisible ink. I bet she used a lemon to leave a message. Now, how do I reveal the message?
I'm not a scientist.
The message is illegible. I have to keep searching.
So what? I need ink. Like the emo. Hey Zane. Rub some poop on it. Ah, yes. Rock and clouds. Such majesty.
Priest robe, crosses. Must be Piaggi's room. Look, markings on the floor. Just a bit worn out. I was hoping to find something leading to a secret passage.
That does lead to a secret passage. You're stupid.
Nothing here. I wouldn't mind a nice strong coffee though.
The ash. Assess the value of the ash. Take the ash. Wipe it on the book.
Damn, we're making a serious mess here. It's no good. Might have worked if the writing had left marks in the paper, but no. There's only traces of lemon. Luckily, I've only put ash on part of the message.
Oops. Lemon. What reacts to lemon? Coffee? Coffee in the ash.
Nothing here.
Or ash in the
I
coffee.
wouldn't mind a nice strong coffee though. Saint Jerome and the Angel. Saturn devouring his son. Again? Saint Francis of Assisi in ecstasy. Before superior voices. Saturn devouring his son. Again? I saw the same theme in the hall. I wouldn't like to be the conversion of St. Paul by Caravaggio. It's incredible. It doesn't look like a copy, but I was sure the original was in Rome.
Take the ink.
I haven't even had time to unpack my cases.
Slather the ink on the book. That's science. This isn't gonna work out. Pour some ink.
Well, so it wasn't that, and I've just stained half the page. Ink is always used to write a message, never to reveal one. I must find something else.
I'm ruining this book. This is like a rare first edition book.
Look, markings on the floor. Just a bit worn out. I was hoping to find something leading to a secret
Find
passage.
something to reveal the hidden message. Find something to reveal the hidden message.
Saint Jerome and the Angel. Yes, Saturn devouring his son. Again? Judith beheading Holofernes. Ironic in a way, when you know that the artist represented himself as Judith beheading her mentor, who had raped her. Saint Francis of Assisi in ecstasy, before superior voices. It always amuses me to see how art gets used for propaganda purposes.
Think about what it can be used for. Assess the value of the candlestick. What can this be used for?
Ah, secret writing. Many people use this method for their secret correspondences. Light the flame and the ink appears.
Nut? Take it. We're burning the book. Surely this can't go wrong.
Aha! It's working. The heat reveals the message.
Let's see what my mother wrote. Where all eyes size you up, you must pass by the Gorgon. Gorgon was the name of Medusa in Greek mythology. On the other hand, where all eyes size you up, I don't get it. And judging by the number of paintings in the manor, could be anywhere. Damn! The message continues, but thanks to me, the rest of the text is unreadable.
Dang it.
Great. I hope it wasn't a unique edition or Mother's gonna kill me. Now I better hurry and find that damn Medusa.
Sir, dinner is served in the red salon.
Typical. I'm not
Can I restart?
hungry.
No.
Please give my apologies to all the guests.
Sir Holm requests your presence, sir.
Well, I guess I'm just gonna have to wait before going and looking for my Medusa.
Tell him I'll be there in a minute.
Sir Holmes? Is this Sherlock? Is not her name. But in Greek mythology, is Gorgon Medusa?
A Chinese coin. If I get a chance, I may have to take a little tour through the rooms of the other guests. Monseigneur, His Eminence Cardinal Piaggi.
No, Piaggi. Piaggi. Okay.
Might be better to take a different stairway. That must be the door to the room of the soldier I saw in my vision. Sir Jacques Peru?
Sir Jacques Peru? Napoleon Bonaparte. Sir Jacques Peru? I like it a lot, Rat.
Excuse me, Monsieur de Richet? I really need to talk to you.
Is this about last night?
No, that was just a misunderstanding. I'm sure it was a little bit my fault too.
There's no excuse for that man's horrible behavior. You ought to tell Sir Holmes.
Look, the only thing that I care about is that I've lost something precious. I'm not worried about Jacques Peru.
Give her the talisman.
You didn't happen to lose this, did you?
Where did you find it?
In the small salon.
It's the only reminder I have of my beloved sister. I thought that swine stole it from me. You're her son. Sarah de Richet's son.
Yes, why?
Last night, I found out that your mother was on the island. What are you doing here?
Ask why she's interested. Admit your mother has gone missing. Change the subject.
My mother came here to do business with Lord Mortimer, but she seems to have gone missing. So I'm here to find her.
I know your mother very well.
What do you mean?
Really?
Yes, I have been in your mother's care ever since I was born.
She nursed you?
Oh, I wouldn't say nursed. No, I remember her stare, cold as ice. Her sadistic hands pressing over my mouth to silence me while I screamed in pain. I remember her knees, too. She held me down with them while she cut and burned scars into me.
Hold on a minute. What do you mean?
You can ask her when you see her.
Huh, she's getting more and more agitated.
And next you're going to tell me my mother's also responsible for that scar on your head?
My heart stopped twice during the operation. I lost my memory for 6 months. You obviously have no idea of the abuse your mother inflicted on me.
Wait. There must be some kind of mistake.
My only mistake was ever meeting your mother.
She's able to describe every detail without hesitation or getting flustered. It's becoming difficult not to believe the poor girl.
Look, I've got to go.
Wait. I need to know more about you and my mother. Why did she put you through all of that? There must be some reason for what she did.
What's the point of rubbing salt in the wounds?
Use a soft approach.
You're right. I don't want this conversation to turn into an interrogation. You've suffered enough already. I respect your silence. Please excuse me.
Well, thank you. I know your little game. You're no different from the rest of them. You couldn't give a damn about me. The only thing you're interested in is finding out about your mother.
Don't say that. Not everyone wants to use you. Some people care about you, don't they?
Mention her mother, mention her father, mention her brother, mention her sister.
Haven't you got a sister?
Yes,
I'm sure she loves you with all her heart.
she's the only one who cares about me. I would have put an end to it all by now if it weren't for her. Since you insist, to tell you how I met your mother.
Thanks for trusting me.
You see, before I was born, my mother often suffered from hallucinations and fits of anger. Soon people could barely recognize her. She became a completely different person. So my father spent an enormous amount of money paying for the best doctors, but none of them were able to cure her. The last resort was to call a priest.
So, is that what your father did?
No. He went to an expert in the occult.
Ah, my mother.
Her reputation already extended beyond our borders. My mother's fits stopped at my birth, and Sarah de Richet concluded that the evil had passed into me. Not only did it encourage her to stay, but she took the opportunity to advise my father to separate me from the rest of my family. That's how I was declared stillborn. My fate was decided that very day.
It would coincide with my mother's frequent trips to America.
I had my first fit when I was 3. That's when your mother began her experiments to rid me of the evil inside.
I understand how you feel, but I know my mother. I'm sure she had her reasons, even if it seems difficult to believe.
Everything she put me through was all for nothing. My whole life was ruined for nothing.
So what brings you here then?
My father used to know Sir Holm. He offered to introduce me to the world's leading authority in the occult.
Lord Mortimer.
He was my last hope. Until I found out he had also invited your mother.
It's got to be a coincidence. I don't believe for a second she's coming for you.
You can't change my mind about this, Louis. My days are numbered, and I know it.
Why does everybody feel okay calling me Louis? Isn't it rude to call me by a nickname if you don't even know me?
What can I do for you, sir? I am at your service day and night, sir.
What can you tell me about the host? What can you tell me about the guests? I was wondering if you could help me out. I have a few questions about the manor. What can you tell me about our host?
I would like to speak about your master, Lord Mortimer.
Do please excuse me, sir, but I shall make no comment about my master. Is there anything else that sir would like to know?
What can you tell me about the guests?
Do excuse me, sir, but I am bound by discretion to say nothing about Lord Mortimer's guests, sir. Perhaps sir would like to know something else?
Tell me about the manor. What can I find on the ground floor?
Yes. Can you briefly describe the ground floor, please?
Very well, sir. On the ground floor, there are mainly living rooms. Sir finds himself at present in the Grand Hall. From the Grand Hall, Sir can access, on one side, the small salon, where the guests like to relax with a good book. From there, Sir can access the conference room, which is closed at present for preparations. That is where Lord Mortimer likes to gather all of his guests for talks. From the other side of the Grand Hall, Sir may access the dining room. That is where Sir's meals will be served. From the dining room, Sir may benefit from an exceptional view.
Oh my god, you're so
overlooking the
boring.
island. It is also the best way to access the portrait gallery,
Okay.
where a large part of Lord Mortimer's works are exhibited. And in the gallery, Sir will also find access to the garden. But Sir may be
Oh my
reassured
goodness, I can't even
the
skip
building
this.
is accessible on both sides, so that it surrounds the garden in question. So, Sir should not find cause to worry.
My
no
character's
one has
falling asleep.
ever gotten lost.
Except for my mother.
Has Sir another question?
No. I'm good. Just wondering if you could help me out.
As I was unable to bring my personal effects with me, I was wondering if you could find me a few items.
Of course, sir. What would you require?
Would you have any golden elixirs? Would you have any caramel? Have any amber? You have any Thellshorn?
I still haven't quite recovered after the boat crossing. Would you have any Maltese cross, by any chance, please?
I am sorry, sir, but the Maltese cross may be just a plant, but it is also a powerful psychotropic drug that causes undesirable diuretic effects. I would advise against, sir, taking any.
Take full responsibility. Give me some. Alright, whatever. I don't need anything from you. Give me a manuscript.
What's that book you're hiding in your jacket?
The Sorrows of Young Werther by Goethe, sir, and I am not hiding it.
Hand it to me, please.
It is damaged, sir. I would never dare lend sir a book in such a pitiful state, sir. I took it to restore.
I'll make him believe that it is my book! No, you can keep it. I don't care. I don't care enough. You can keep it. I'm leaving. You talk too much. What kind of dick? Like, that book you have, that's my book. And I'm gonna tell the master that you took my book. Peasant. Where am I trying to go? Where's dinner?
Dear friends, I bid you welcome. I hope the night was not too short. Your Eminence, Duchess, Monsieur de Richet, allow me to introduce our new guests. They arrived during the night. Johann Christoph von Wollner, Minister of Religious Affairs and close aide of Frederick William II, King of Prussia. Napoleon Bonaparte, Lieutenant of the French Revolutionary Army. And Jacques Peroux, French Revolutionary Tribunal Judge. Unfortunately, my friends, Lord Mortimer will not be joining us this morning, but he should be with us later. So, let us begin.
What is Mortimer playing at? He tells me to come urgently and he sends no one to meet me?
Exactly.
Better that.
Of course. Yes, I heard the news. What a story.
Peru looks totally out of place here. He's counting the 10 sets of cutlery around each plate? The man is completely lost.
Please feel at home.
Thank you again for the wine, Your Eminence. It is served every day at the king's table.
I am delighted to hear it.
Volner and Piaggi seem to be getting along well.
My dear Johann, how are you?
Glad
What?
to make landfall.
I need an
And
oculate
yourself.
skill.
Very well.
And your husband?
He's poorly. The French Revolution gives him terrible headaches.
Oh, I understand. I shall feel better too, as soon as the situation is settled.
If by chance the French crisis is emulated in Berlin, there will always be a refuge for you in London, my dear.
Your offer does you honor, Emily. But London is much closer to Paris than Berlin. Beware. The French are capable of sailing up the Thames straight to the Houses of Parliament.
Oh, my friend, I am shaking in my clogs.
Oh,
It's kind of dickish.
Very much so, Sir Gregory.
I have no
Such
political
complexity.
skills.
Typically French. A Sauterne, isn't it?
absolutely.
If I'm not mistaken, this is not Lord Mortimer's favorite wine. It is yours.
In his absence, I have taken the liberty of making a slight deviation from the rule, but I count on your discretion.
Don't worry, I appreciate the same grape varieties as you. I remember the last time we tasted that nectar here at this table. The finest minds of the century were present.
And the last time we drank it, the orphanage in Bloomsbury was still in ruins.
Would you repeat that?
Oh, well, I put some small effort into the works. The orphanage reopened just before Christmas. The bedrooms, washrooms, and the classrooms had all been refurbished.
I don't know what to say. You have given the girls a wonderful Christmas gift. Thank you.
I made a promise. Now it is done.
It's the first time I've ever seen her so moved. Just mention that orphanage broke right through Emily's hard shell.
Is everything all right?
Yes, thank you. I had a moment of absence, but here I am again.
Ask Washington what he thinks of Warner. Ask Emily what he thinks of Warner. Get to know Warner.
My lord, I only know the prestige of your name. Might I have the honor of getting to know you a little better?
You are Monsieur...
Louis Moras de Richet.
De Richet. De Richet. A name with a nobiliary particle. Are you descended from a noble line?
In spite of his particle, he's a commoner. What? When the timer limit is over, the answer is automatically selected. Dang it.
I am just a simple French citizen.
Really? Oh, you seem nothing like a commoner. Especially compared to that wretch over there sharing our meal.
Please feel at home.
Have you any information on this Napoleon?
There's this man, let Emily reply. Make an assumption, let Emily reply.
What do you think, madam? What is this Bonaparte doing here?
The presence of a soldier is never a good sign. It can only mean there's going to be further war. To answer your question, I only know that his family were in favor of the revolution, and that it almost cost them their lives.
Thank you, that's helpful.
Monsieur de Richet? It would seem we have common interests. Could we speak in private, please?
You like my mom?
Lord Mortimer and the Golden Order, through your mother, have concluded a financial agreement.
Stay composed, Louis. I'm listening.
An agreement for cannons. Lord Mortimer assured me that you are to take over the project on behalf of your mother. You must know that I am deeply sorry about their disappearance, but I must validate the deal urgently if I want to be able to organize things properly.
I haven't seen Lord Mortimer yet. I'm afraid I'll be unable to answer your questions.
He assured me that you could replace your mother during her absence.
I appreciate his confidence, but still, this is a bit hasty. But please continue.
Of course, but I need to know if I can count you among my allies.
Well, of course.
And for that, I have a little question for you. The agreement stipulates an aid of 50,000 louis d'or for 200 cannon.
This is not the right time. No, I got it. Stipulate no.
Surely such an amount will buy twice as many cannons. Don't try to pull a fast one on me. We're both young, but we are not naive.
Please don't be offended. I just wanted to make sure you knew what you were talking about, and I am reassured. I have one last question I would like to pose to you. We don't know each other yet, you and I need to make sure that we both share the same vision for the future of France. Given the hard times that have befallen our beautiful country, what do you think it would take to restore its luster?
Vive la France! France needs a leader. We should have seen monarchy. It would be contrary. We need a counter-revolution. Let people free to choose. France needs a leader.
I think what France is lacking today is a truly strong leader ready to govern her. Someone who will restore her luster, who will propel her forward so once again she becomes a proud nation respected by all. A man capable of both rebuilding the country from the inside and, at the same time, developing exterior relations. Someone with a vision, I think. The right person still remains to be found.
You're right, my friend. I hear your words, and I agree. Monsieur de Richet, I am reassured. I am very happy to have met you. Lord Mortimer was right to put his trust in you. I hope to work with you in the very near future. I would like to thank you for your support by offering you this humble little gift.
Reflections on the Revolution in France. Monsieur Bonaparte, I thank you for this gesture, and please know that I, too, am delighted to have met you.
This is so formal.
My friends, I would like to say a few words, please. I would like to thank Lord Mortimer and you, Sir Holm, for bringing us all together here. Those of us for whom it is not the first time here, like me, are all trembling in sweet anticipation of the arrival of our host. For the rest, I would like to reassure you that Lord Mortimer always has a few surprising projects to propose. But I can assure you that each and every one of us has always benefited from them. The last time I came to this place, Lord Mortimer offered to help me in my electoral campaign for the presidency of the United States. And it is imminently clear that his support was an invaluable aid to us. We are here among like-minded people. So let us put aside the conflicts in which some of our nations find themselves at present. So I raise my glass in honor of you all.
That's not a glass.
New and old friends.
It's like a chalice.
I trust you shall not be disappointed, Mr. Washington.
Washington is a very gifted speaker. Leave him for 5 minutes with sworn enemies and he'll convince them to be friends for life.
Right, we shall meet again tomorrow. All the guests will be present, as well as Lord Mortimer, I hope. Until then, I trust you will find plenty to keep you amused.
But I dirtied one part. What? I dirtied one part. Oh, the book. I dirtied. Okay, that's right. I could have searched Elizabeth Adams' room. Dang it! I should have. I could have searched Napoleon. I didn't know I could go into their rooms. Dang it! I would have done that. Vigilance. More logic. Way to go, Rico. Get that. Get 2 in here. And might as well get 1 in this. If we can get at least 1 in everything, then we can at least start making more choices and stuff. Jack of all trades. Taking as little as possible.
Alright.
No, you're supposed to do as much as possible
I
efficiently.
was going to investigate my mother's message. I've got to find the place where all eyes size you up.
Isn't this where all eyes size me up? Psychology, politics, conviction. I probably want politics, to be honest.
Well, Your Eminence, do you still have any room left?
Ah, my son, the sin of gluttony is the most difficult of all in my eyes. Nevertheless, what a charming moment we have had together. I'm delighted I was able to talk to Mr. von Waldner. We hadn't spoken to each other for an eternity.
Yes. I noticed that Your Eminence knew a fair number of people at the table.
The benefit of age, my son. This isn't my first invitation to Lord Mortimer's. You will see, it's the perfect place to make new friends. Indeed, I noticed that you and Mr. Bonaparte had already begun.
Ah, I adapt quickly to local customs. It's what I was taught.
And you are right to do so, my son. But tell me, have you had any news of your mother since your arrival?
Alas, still nothing, Your Eminence. But I still haven't been able to meet Lord Mortimer.
Do not worry. It is typical of him. What can I say? Lord Mortimer is a very busy man. I should think you are beginning to worry.
No, not really.
To tell you the truth, not really.
You are right. Be positive. Perhaps Sarah is in the company of Lord Mortimer, and they will both turn up shortly.
But while I have you with me, I have a question for you.
Go ahead, Louis. What can I do for you?
Where all eyes size you up. Does this mean anything to you? I'm looking for Medusa.
If I said to you, where all eyes size you up, would it mean anything to you?
I don't know if it's the place you're looking for, Louis, but it makes me think of the portrait gallery.
There's a gallery here? Can you tell me where to find it, please?
Of course.
The servant already told us.
Just go through the door at the end. It will lead into the library. Continue all the way through, and you'll end up in the gallery. You'll see it, Louis. When you get there, you'll know.
Thank you very much, Your Eminence. On that last word, then, I shall leave you to fight your demons. See you later, Your Eminence.
See you later, my son.
Hey, Deli. How's it going? Yo, this would be spook. I would be too spooked to stand anywhere near this.
A Bazant. The lock is surrounded by a triple circle.
Whatever. I have the skill, might as well use it.
Circe. Amber crystals.
Amber crystals. Yeah, it sounds
Dining on ham. Well, that's very appetizing.
Make sure we check everything.
Swine and a salon. That's an odd choice of decor.
All these butterflies everywhere.
Ulysses and Circe at the table. If I were you, Ulysses, I wouldn't drink the wine. Circe turning Ulysses' companions back into humans. Discourse on the Method by Descartes. This book changed the way I looked at the world. Circe preparing wine. What better trap for Ulysses? The Conversion of Ulysses by Gurs. Circe changing Ulysses' companions into swines.
Ulysses. Who's Ulysses?
Romney painted Lady Hamilton as Circe. has caused some debate. Who did Dosi paint? Alcina the fairy or Circe the magician?
A choice of decor, isn't it?
A swine and a salon. That's an odd choice of decor.
Decoration, decor, yeah, same thing. Books for everyone. Dang it, I didn't want to go through the door. Item and inventory full. Golden elixirs. Oh.
Atrus, the Miller brothers. Mother expressly forbade me from reading it.
Forbid it.
Pages out of an old encyclopedia.
Hey. That should be the one. Dun, doo, doo, doo.
Where all eyes size you up. Chances are, that's the room my mother spoke of.
And she also spoke of a Medusa. Should I go and try to find the creature now?
Medusa. That's a Medusi. Haha.
Allegory regarding the decoration of the rights of men. That's the least you could say. Celia. That name means nothing to me.
Learn something new every day.
Carmelite water will give me a little reprieve.
This soldier is very ineffective. Look at that small penis. How do you expect to fight a war with the small penis?
A painting with no name.
He is Medusa. Look at it. Medusa's sad about the small penis suit.
I've got to find out what Mother was trying to do with her. The Medusa. A hero armed with a sword? A hero with a lantern. And the last one holding a shield. I'll stake my life on it. All the statues form a single scene together. The poor devils are about to face the beast. Let's give them a helping hand.
Somebody get the Viagra.
The Origin of Myths, a reinterpretation of legendary creatures. Just what I need. The text is in French on the left-hand page and in Latin on the right hand. Let's find the chapter on the Medusa.
Read the page in French. Read the page in Latin. Dang it, I don't have linguistics unlocked.
Hang on. This version is significantly different from the regular one. It recounts how men have always belittled women in society. Harpies, mermaids, the chimera, the hydra, the gorgons. Ah, the section on the Medusa. While some of the heroes divert attention from the gorgon, the hero with the sword brandishes his weapon at the Medusa.
Hang on. This version is significantly different from the regular one. It recounts how men have always belittled women in society.
I get it. I read this. I can't skip this.
Mermaids, the Chimera, the Hydra.
A Squirtle with your sub, baby. Thank you so much for 9 months in a row. Welcome back to the Lazy Subs crew. Feel free to do what the Lazy Subs do. What is that sub baby's name? And promptly put that into trash. We can't afford any babies here. But remember that baby's name. Squirtle Jr. Alright, so the Medusa. Think about configuring handle the mechanism. Rotate statue. So you are supposed to be facing the Medusa. Towards the Medusa. While you towards the sword.
Devil's Thorn. I'll keep it.
You towards the lantern. No. Well, they're all facing the Medusa. I don't. I can't read. I see something I'm missing. I don't have
Last
linguists.
Supper by Leonardo da Vinci.
The last day before his crucifixion, Jesus announces that he will be betrayed by one of his disciples.
Amber, congratulations. You're looking for Amber fragments. Maximum effort points is increased by 1. Da-na-na-na.
The Fall of Phaeton. Another painting by Rubens. Poor Phaeton, struck by lightning by his father Apollo.
The Song of Roland. Roland feeleth his death is near.
Amber.
His brain is oozing by either ear. The Song of Roland. Roland feeleth his death is near. His brain is oozing by either ear. With his brain oozing, it's already remarkable that he can feel anything.
Ah, François Ier, Receiving the Holy
François
Favor,
Ier.
a painting by Raphael.
Reserve Emmanuel Cordova.
Christ Crucified by Velázquez. Look, someone's left a note there. Reserved for the Duke of Alcudia.
Alcudia. Alright, I can't read this, but
Hang on. This version is significantly different from the regular one. It recounts how men have always belittled women in society. Harpies, mermaids, Chimera, the Hydra, the Gorgons. Ah, the section on the Medusa. While some of the heroes divert attention from the Gorgon, the hero with the sword brandishes his weapon at the Medusa.
so the heroes are to be facing away from the Medusa, while the one with the weapon is looking at the Medusa. So Rotate towards the sword. And rotate towards the shield. It didn't help me whatsoever. Think about the configuration, or handle the mechanism.
Let's think. To vanquish the beast, the statues have to be lined up in a specific order. What can this shield be for? To protect its holder? Why not? But in that case, what's the lantern for? Step back and take a second, Louis. Be logical, but open-minded. Think outside the box. Nobody said a statue has to have only one use. I wonder if the lantern was to distract the Medusa. This shield can both protect the holder and also reflect the light from the lantern to distract the beast. In other words, I'll have to make an angle of 90 degrees between the lantern and the Medusa by turning the shield to face the sword. If Mortimer's the one who thought of all this stuff, then honestly, he must have a screw loose. Crazy idea, but worth a shot.
It doesn't make any sense to me, but... Rotate towards the sword. That's our what? We already have it. So stand back. Rotate towards the sword. Rotate towards the lantern. I don't get it. I remember Rick's message. Examine the sword. Assess the statue. It's supposed to be facing the Medusa, that's for sure. The light... I don't know. Towards the Medusa? No. Towards the hero holding the sword? He's not supposed to be looking at the Medusa. These two are set. There has to be something I'm not grasping. Handle the mechanism.
The mechanism is worn here. Whenever the shield is not turned toward the sword, the machinery freezes up. The statue must have been in this position most of the time, betrayed by the marks of time. So that makes it easy. The shield must face the sword.
Yeah. I know that. Rotate the statue. It's towards the sword. Rotate the statue towards the shield.
A painting with no name.
Assess the statue.
The statue is darker on the right-hand side. it must be often placed towards the fire, which would explain the difference in color. In that case, it would be facing the Medusa.
Yeah.
Perfect for the coup de grace.
I already know all this. This is dumb. That's why there's a spoiler chat. Oh, which reminds me, I forgot to turn on the bot once I got back. I'm legitimately annoyed that I feel like I already placed these things in the correct spot. So I know that has to be facing that. Maybe the Medusa will be looking at the shield because it's distracted. Hey, yeah.
For Pete's sake, Emily! You scared the pants off me. Don't ever do that again.
Well, keep your nose out of my business then.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Stop fooling around and tell me what you're doing here.
Answer frankly, dodge her question with humor, answer the question. Answer her frankly, answer with a question.
Oh yeah? So tell me what you're doing here. Yeah, just like me.
Probably, but I asked the question first.
Well then, we'll pretend you haven't asked me yet.
What about a little gallantry, Louis? Come on, I'm listening. What are you doing here?
Make a joke. Stop this little game. Ladies first.
Since you insist, Duchess, gallant...
Oh no. Intoxicated. You have used 4 consumable items during the single quest or consumed the noxious element. Dialogue timer is no longer visible. I didn't know that was a thing.
He obliges this. Ladies first.
You just won't give in, will you?
I'm sorry, madam. It isn't in my
fixed
nature.
it.
Well, no matter. I'll tolerate your presence this one time. Now, since you're here, make yourself useful. Look around on your side. I'll do the same on mine. And if you find anything of interest, let me know.
Oh yeah, in your dreams. At your service, madam.
At your service, madam.
Carry on searching.
Carry on. Examine the symbols. Nah.
A golden fleece.
It's freezing. Hurry up.
Do you think it's the golden fleece? Advisor to use the hide.
Cold? You want a rug? It'll warm you up.
I wouldn't be caught dead in that horrible thing.
That's a pity. The gold color brings out your eyes.
And your flattery brings out your boorishness.
An unofficial gospel? You'd be more likely to find this kind of book at the Vatican.
Nothing special. The library at Buckingham has 3.
What a bragger. Has she read them? How Buckingham get a hold of them? Say nothing, analyze the gospel. I want to know.
The gospel according to Judas, or how to crucify Jesus as part of God's plan.
Oh.
You do realize that the contents of this book could undermine the very foundations of Christianity.
One more reason to leave it in the secret room of a lost manor on a private island.
Do you realize how important this book is?
Of course, but what I really want to know is how did it come into Mortimer's possession?
I was thinking the same thing about all the paintings and sculptures in the manor.
You wanna rub?
I bet you've read them cover to cover.
Naturally.
Really? I'm curious. Tell me, what part stood out the most to you?
The passage where Mary says to Joseph, "Hey, you, shut up."
In other words, you haven't even opened one.
Hey, you, shut up.
Hey, Mortimer is the author of this work. It talks about his passion for art.
It's a lot of art.
I found an amazing ring. There's an inscription engraved on it.
Ask Emily about her marriage. Pretend to propose with the ring. Yeah.
Emily, when I see that ring, I can no longer hold back my feelings for you.
Oh, stop it. You're being ridiculous.
What do you mean? I was just about to get down on one knee.
I know we just met, but your boobs.
Carry on searching.
Guess what I found?
The Holy Grail.
Older than that.
A piece of Noah's Ark.
Not that old.
This could go on for hours. Just tell me.
Caesar's laurel wreath.
Try on the crown.
Stop! Don't put your grubby fat fingers on it.
You find my fingers fat?
At least put on some gloves.
Please note, my fingers are slim.
You were going to leave marks. My God, what an amateur.
Many a harpsichord players would love to have sexy fingers like mine.
Tell me where you took your infiltration classes so I can have your tutor executed.
Let's compare hands then. We'll soon see whose fingers are fattest.
No, I'm not going to compare hands with you. Let's just keep going.
Bad loser.
Oh, looks like a pamphlet on different political regimes, written by Mortimer himself.
You should see this sword, Emily. It's magnificent.
I'm busy. Describe it to me.
Sword of King Arthur, sword of Joan of Arc, sword of Genghis Khan. So this is the weapon. I'm using it.
This weapon is typically French, quite old, undoubtedly goes back to the Crusades. If it is a true Damask sword, it's worth more than a kingdom.
King Arthur's?
I think this is Excalibur, King Arthur's sword. I've always dreamt of drawing it from the stone.
How sweet. You're still clinging to your boyhood dreams. When you finished playing, maybe you can help me search the place?
Shut up.
Amber.
It's French. Well, rip.
Here's something interesting. A manor in Maine, hundreds of acres of land in Catalonia, properties in Shanghai. Incredible. Some of these deeds are over 600 years old, and all signed by the hand of Mortimer.
I wonder if that's what inspired my mother's attention.
How come all these documents have Mortimer's signature on them?
Do you think all these properties really belong to him?
Assume there's several Mortimers.
Several people have played the part of Mortimer, a part that has been passed down from generation to generation. Different men, but with one sole identity.
An intriguing hypothesis, and yet less twisted than some of my previous cases.
At last, you finally agree with me about something.
These documents are intriguing, but do you really think that's what attracted your mother's attention here?
And how do you know my mother was interested in this room?
I didn't know, I just supposed she was. And you just confirmed it. So, do you think she found what she came for?
I don't know. She was obsessed with Mortimer, and I must confess, these property deeds are troubling.
If that's the case, why would she have left them?
Once again, I don't know. We'll have to ask her when we find her. And what's your take?
Why conceal these assets? Why do you think... What do you think of this collection? How has it all been acquired?
Why keep such a collection hidden in a secret room? Any thoughts?
Mortimer has every reason in the world to conceal it, even if only to keep it from people like us.
Hey, Emily, we're not thieves. We're only looking. I wonder why my mother didn't make it clear what she was interested in here.
She didn't have time to write it down, or maybe she wasn't sure of what she was looking for.
Or she wanted to protect her discoveries. It's disturbing.
You'll just have to search the rest of the room. Maybe you'll find something.
Let me search the whole room.
What is that you found?
A cameo pendant. What's going on?
Nothing.
For crying out loud, Emily, you lunged for that jewel like your life depended on it. Tell me what this is about.
No. We just met, Louis. I like you, but I can't just suddenly open myself up like a book to you.
Listen, Emily. It seems pretty obvious to me that you haven't come here for the sole purpose of sampling Mortimer's cellar. Stop all the clever evasions and just trust me.
And why the hell should I place my trust in you, Louis?
Because I trust you. Because I don't want any harm to come to you. Cost reduced by 3, so 0.
When are you going to understand that I just want to help you?
What do you expect? That I'll fall into your arms and say yes to everything you want?
What are you talking about? I'm only asking you to trust me a little. If only on principle, as a member of the Golden Order, for example.
1 second. What are you weak to? Psychology is her vulnerability. Logic is her immunity.
You are fairly reliable.
That's it? I was expecting more.
Well, I'm prepared to trust you when it comes to choosing a French cheese, but I've nothing to gain by confiding in you any further than that.
Nothing to gain? Damn it, Emily! I'm only trying to help you. Stop needing to gain something all the time.
Because you think I need help?
Just like everyone. You have your strengths and your weaknesses. And there's no use pretending otherwise.
Ha! And I bet you found out where I'm weak, haven't you?
Yes. Your weakness is psychology. My weakness is questioning. Weakness is subterfuge. I mean, technically it's psychology, but it's also questioning. Yeah, vulnerability, psychology.
You think your scathing wit protects you, but in fact it makes you blind. No sooner have people introduced themselves than you already see them in a bad light. You play the part of a strong woman, and yes, you are a strong woman, of course, but what I see is a sensitive young lady who lacks self-confidence. Stop adopting a defensive posture, and you'll see just how quickly new doors will open.
There is some truth to what you say. I might have some weaknesses, but I don't need your help to overcome them. And I'm simply not contemplating collaborating with anyone at this time. Do you understand?
She likes to lead her investigation herself. She takes orders from someone. Reassure her about your short-lived collaboration. Press her. Questioning. Cost reduced by 3. She already has a partner she prefers to work on. Press her.
I know you well enough to see that you're hiding.
What? You just encountered an... Oh, that was logic. Effort point is locked. Oh, no.
Something from me. Why won't you look me in the eyes? I've figured you out, but you refuse to accept it. And you're starting to find me charming too.
I admit it. You win. You, worst investigator there ever was, have sussed me out. Well, at least you made me smile. I already have a work partner. I know my weaknesses. I don't doubt that your abilities will be of use to me, but I already have all that, thanks to my teammate.
Is there any chance you might tell me who he is?
No, I've already said too much. Consider yourself lucky I've even given you this much. It's extremely rare, believe me.
Come on, don't stop now that you've come this far.
You know that eventually I'll end up making you talk.
Well, since no one can resist you, let's see if you can guess who my partner is.
George Washington.
You're a gambler. So, your partner is...
By the cameo. By the cameo? It's a man. A member of the Order.
Chances are, you're working with a member of the Order.
The only members of the Order other than ourselves are your mother and Mr. Washington.
Yeah.
The former has sadly gone missing. As for the latter, I knew nothing of his arrival. Incidentally, you must have noticed how inefficiently our Order communicates internationally.
We have 2 blunders left. It must be... my mother.
It's as obvious as it is surprising. You're my mother's hard-hitting partner.
Oh, God, do you really believe the nonsense that comes out of your mouth?
Well, a second ago I did. A little.
Sorry, Louis. Your mother is not my partner.
Remember how she was affected by the cameo.
Your sister. She's your partner. She's the one you're looking for.
Well, I am impressed. How the devil did you guess I had a sister? Virtually no one even knows. When it comes to getting results, you are very good, I grant you that. You deserve to know why the sight of the cameo pendant affected me so strongly. I thought it belonged to Emma, my twin sister.
Oh. Now I get why you said you had a memory for 2.
Yes. You can't imagine to what extent, though. As children, everyone got us mixed up. So one day we decided to play along. Since then, we have become one and the same. We have officially erased the identity of my sister Emma. Emily Hillsborough. The woman with 2 faces.
Clever. But isn't it complicated? How do you make it work?
One of us has no existence in the outside world. We share everything. First for one, then for the other. We dress the same, wear the same makeup, we speak the same. We've learned to act as one. When we accept a mission, we both turn up. This time, though, she went ahead, and I was meant to wait for her on the mainland. She was meant to meet Sir Holm and bring back the details, so we could work out who would follow up.
And there was a problem?
She was supposed to return from Mortimer's 1 week ago. The boat turned up at Plymouth, but alas, no trace of my sister. Instead, a sailor passed me a message from Holm, notifying me of her sudden disappearance.
So, my mother and your sister go missing just a few days apart. That's strange. Maybe their disappearances are linked.
It's clearly a possibility, but up to now I haven't found a trace of either of them.
None of this is very reassuring.
By the way, Louis, now that you are in on the secret, you are obliged to keep it to yourself. Or you will pay very dearly.
Don't worry. Your secret is safe with me.
It's time to leave.
So, what do you think of our first adventure?
I must admit, it has been fun by your side.
Same here.
You can tell this isn't... Ooh. Dang.
Oh, she's been drinking too much again.
Louis, I need to talk to you right now.
Good evening, Elizabeth. Actually, this is not a good time.
I'm begging you, please don't leave me alone.
I'll be waiting for you in your room, but don't be late.
Ooh. Ooh.
I was sure there was a certain je ne sais quoi between us.
Louis, we need to talk now. Otherwise, it'll be too late.
Looks like Elizabeth really needs me, but if I start talking to her, for sure Emily won't wait for me. What should I do?
Dang it. But boobs. What do you want?
Sorry, Emily, but I can't leave Elizabeth like this.
All right, Elizabeth. How can I help?
Thank you. Come on, follow me.
Well, Elizabeth, what was so urgent? For God's sakes, what happened in here?
I really need to talk to you, Louis, right now.
Does Lord Mortimer know the mess you've made of your room?
Listen to me, damn it! My days are numbered.
Elizabeth, I don't know if it's about my mother again, but I'm telling you, you've nothing to be afraid of. She didn't come here for you.
I saw her.
Saw who? You saw my mother? When?
Just last night. I went out to walk along the cliff top and I saw her in the distance. She tried to hide right away, but I'm sure it was her.
Are you saying you recognized my mother in the middle of the night while she was hiding?
Yes, Louis, I know it was her.
You just said she was far away, right? In the middle of the night. And the exterior of the island isn't exactly well lit.
Listen, I'm telling you, it was her.
She doesn't hesitate on her answers. She's not trembling. She's really convinced of what she's seen.
Did you talk to each other?
No, she was far away. I didn't make any noise, and then she was gone.
Have you told anyone you've seen her? Sir Holm? Mortimer?
You don't understand. It's her. She's here.
Yes, I understand.
No, you're not listening. The moment I saw her, I was overcome by spasms. She's here. I'm telling you, it was her.
I know she's here. We're looking for her.
I need something to calm me down.
I made the wrong choice. I should have went with Emily. No, I'm not drinking.
No thanks, I'd better not.
Listen, if you want me to tell you everything, you have to drink with me, Louis.
No.
What I have to say to you is of the utmost importance.
No, it's not. I'm out.
No, I won't drink.
All right, Louis, then get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
You're incapable of opening your eyes, so be it. Get out!
Yeah, I'm out. Don't worry.
Why the hell did I go with Elizabeth?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I could have spent the night with Emily, but no. I had to go play the night with a big heart. Oh, well, never mind. Tomorrow's another day.
No! The crap.
Monsieur de Richet, I am arresting you for the murder of Elizabeth Adams.
What the hell's going on?
You are in deep trouble, my young friend.
Nani? Accepted Elizabeth's company. I left Elizabeth. I didn't fail anything. I could have joined Emily in my room. I didn't do it. She tried to get me drunk. Oh, well, there's the end of chapter 1, chat. I kind of want to play through it again and have better choices. But not today. Maybe when chapter 2 comes out, we'll go through the first chapter again. Have better choices. Or different choices, rather. It's overall interesting. It's a lot more engaging than a Telltale game, where a Telltale game kind of like, you choose certain things, but you don't really build up a character or anything, and you don't really have like tools or different ways. You just get 4 choices all the time, whereas this one you don't have all the choices. Also, I wonder if like if I replay it, does it save my levels? Can I just continue to make my character better? That would be nice. I usually like looking at the credits, but I'm skipping it this time. Coming soon. Choose a quest. Oh, I can go and redo things. Huh. Alright. Well, cool. The Gorgon. We can speedrun this real quick. Wait, no we can't. They don't let you skip dialogue in this game. I am curious of what would have happened if I went to Emily's instead. Just real quick. Let's just do that real quick. Can we skip? Hello? Is there a skip button? No? No skip button?
Alright, let's recap. Before dinner, I was going to investigate my mother's message. I've got to find the place where all eyes size you up.
Oh, and it didn't keep my things. So it restarts me from whatever it thinks. And then I would still have to talk to people.
Well, Your Eminence, do you still have any room
It's
left?
kind of unfortunate that they don't let you skip ahead.
Son, this sin of gluttony is the most difficult of all in my eyes. Nevertheless, what a charming moment we have had together. I'm delighted I was able to talk to Mr. von Wollner. We hadn't spoken to each other for an eternity.
It is very unfortunate.
I noticed that Your Eminence knew a fair number of people at the table.
Yeah, let me
Benefit
just...
of age, my son.
I'm done. It probably will override it. Yeah, it'll override it probably. Which I want to know what happens if I choose Emily instead. And I'm sure what's-her-face still dies, but... yeah. What a twist! We'll do this again some other time. But, okay.